Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Thinking Crypto YouTube channel where we cover the news, facts, and sentiment that are happening in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. Let's take a look at the market here. As we kind of discussed yesterday, not much going on, and we're going through the normal market cycles, both from a micro and macro level. So we have a pullback here where, yesterday Bitcoin was over 11,000. Right now it's at $10,655. Ethereum at $207, XRP at 29 cents, Litecoin at $84. So we got to go through the cycles and let's see what support level we bounce off of. Maybe we can bounce off of 10,500. Let's see what happens and work our way back up. But we know we are certainly in a bull market on the upward trajectory. And that's different from a bull run. A bull run is when you have those runs that are like consecutively, incrementally, week over week growing. A bull market, it means that obviously the bears are really lost out with the market bottom and we are on our way back up. So hope you guys get the difference there. Now, speaking of a bull market, Bitcoin going to $100,000 after steady accumulation, says crypto trader. So, a former Goldman Sachs analyst turned Bitcoin maximalist, Murad Mahmudov, if I'm saying his name right, believes that the top cryptocurrency will hit $100,000. Now, we've seen many folks, give price predictions, and I don't think this is outlandish or far-fetched, right? Because we see that right now the governments are on board, they're talking about it. Also the big money is getting involved. You have obviously your TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, ICE and Backed, and many others, hedge funds, pensions, and endowments from Yale and many other companies and Wall Street firms that are getting into crypto. And many financial products are being built, such as physically backed Bitcoin futures, ETFs, and many other things that are happening, right? And we have the Bitcoin halving coming up next year, where the scarcity is going to increase, the block rewards are going to be reduced, and about 85% of all Bitcoin has already been mined. So you're going to have that deflationary aspect. And because of what's happening in the world economy, the macroeconomic factors such as trade wars, depreciating currencies and fiat currencies, obviously, these things are going to help the price of Bitcoin and other cryptos to go up. And Bitcoin specifically is obviously being used more of a store of value at this point. That is true until maybe the Lightning Network gets around and the utility can increase. So he says, zoom out and think big. And this is, I've been preaching this, right? Have perspective, zoom out. Remember the people that bought in 2013, 2014, 2015, they had to wait many years until December 2017 when the price went in near 19,000 and he made significant profit. So keep that in mind. These market cycles, it can be years between them. In a tweet posted on August 13th, he said, he served as the chief information officer at, let me back up here because the way this is worded is very kind of weird. So in his tweet, they said Mahmudov, oh my gosh, who serves as a chief information officer, CIO, at cryptocurrency hedge fund Adaptive Capital, wrote, at first glance, this looks like a weak chop for the next week or so, but my intuition tells me there's a steady accumulation happening at these levels. Don't try to outsmart yourself on short time frames. Zoom out and think big. In my view, Bitcoin is going to $100,000 per orange coin, which is interesting name he used there. And obviously he's a very technical analysis driven person because he was a trader, right? He's an analyst. So once again, not a ridiculous price prediction. Now he didn't give a time frame, but we all know, guys, it's just a matter of patience and waiting through the market cycles, right? And that's how smart money operates. That's why all these people are investing and all these the infrastructure is being built out, and we've been covering it here on this YouTube channel, how much money is being put into investing, acquisitions, mergers, building out a lot of services, and some of which we'll talk about today as well. So all of that is headed to a certain place, right? There's an end goal, and this market's going to mature. The prices are going to go higher, just as we've seen from, we zoom out, we look at where we started. Bitcoin started in 2009, and the price was at one point below $1, right? Pennies and so forth, and then it crossed over $1 and so on and so forth. incremental growth over time. So I hope you guys get that, because that's so important. A lot of people, even in regular markets and stock markets and so forth, they don't have the patience and they panic sell, right? They dump like, oh my gosh, it's going down. Now, obviously, if a company is going out of business, bankrupt, that's a big, huge red flag. But for the most part, the market cycles scare a lot of the average Joe, because they're like, oh no, I'm going to lose all my money, but not realizing it's all cycles and you just got to wait through it. Now, as always, not investment or financial advice, and you should only invest, what you're willing to lose with any investment, because nothing is guaranteed when it comes to investing, right? But we are at a point where we're seeing a lot of investments from the big money governments on board, so there's a high probability of great return here for investing in crypto, obviously. Now, speaking of big money, ErisX continues to promote their service here. They are, of course, the institutional service backed by TD Ameritrade. They are looking to do physically delivered Bitcoin futures, and they said here, they tweeted, we currently offer access to our live spot market for Ethereum, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin to the U.S. market participants in 39 jurisdictions. Check regularly for updates or sign up for our invite code to trade on our licensed spot market for digital assets. So the process has already started for many of these big players, and we know many of them are waiting for CFTC approval for the physically delivered Bitcoin futures, but that's not going to stop them. They're going to keep doing their thing, building out other services, guys. And, I always want you to think about it from a business standpoint. Why would they put so much money into building out these services, right? If this market, like some people say, is fake money and it's going to collapse and this is going to happen, right? But it is the disruptive technology. Money is changing once again. It's the new asset class. And that's what all these players, all these people are investing millions, because they want to get ahead of the curve here and have the first mover advantage, right, to get market share. That's how business works. Now, Binance Trust Wallet releases desktop app for macOS. So Binance continues to make expansions. We all know they're looking to launch a service in the US via subsidiary. The Binance-owned digital currency wallet, Trust Wallet, has released a desktop application for macOS. The team behind Trust Wallet announced the development in a tweet on August 12th, also revealing that the wallet will be available in the Mac App Store shortly. So those of you who are Mac users, obviously you can certainly leverage this. The Winklevoss twins, as you know, they are investing a lot of money. They have their own exchange, Gemini, but Winklevoss-Backed Flexa expands crypto payment service to Canada. So payment solution Flexa is going international with a Canadian market launch. Flexa, which launched in the US off its Spendin cryptocurrency wallet in mid-May, announced its Canadian expansion in an official blog post. Backed by cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, Flexa's international movement is preceded by support for cryptocurrencies, Litecoin and Zcash, and the launch of an Android beta mobile app. So once again, continued expansion, and it takes money to do that. So imagine the millions of dollars they're putting into this to hire, to build out services, open offices, and obviously get the licenses and do what they have to do. And then the marketing is going to come after that, guys. Now, we see the SEC continues to go after some of these, shady ICOs. Let's see here. So SEC files emergency action against organizer of fraudulent $15 million ICO. So here's the latest update. The SEC has obtained a temporary restraining order freezing the assets of Reggie, Middleton, and Veritaseum. So I do not hold Veritaseum in my portfolio. I hope some of you are not, because it looks like they're about to get taken down here. The order covers accounts at traditional financial institutions such as Bank of America, Citi, JP Morgan Chase, and so on and so forth. So they're freezing the assets of the Veritaseum organizer of like $14.8 million. So wow, man, this looks like it's going down. This doesn't look good. So let's see what happens. So that's why you got to be careful what you put your money in, guys. And that's why the majority of my portfolio right now is in XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I obviously diversify into other projects, but I make sure I do my homework. And ones that I'm not 100% sure what's going on, I invest a small amount, right? Like, for example, Tron. I don't 100% trust Tron, but I put a little bit of money into it, and where I can maybe flip it in the short term, make some profit, right? But long term hold, you know, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I hope you guys understand my approach here, and let's see what happens, guys. It's certainly a waiting game, and we just got to pay attention to, you know, who's investing, who's doing what, not what they're saying, but what are they doing? Where's the money going? What's being built? What are the governments doing? And many are on board with the regulations and not killing the market or you know, getting rid of it, but letting it exist and flourish and regulating it and taxing it and, you know, protecting investors and making sure it's not being used for criminal activity and so on and so forth, just like any other asset class. So guys, what do you think about this news? What do you think about this Goldman Sachs, former Goldman Sachs analyst saying Bitcoin going to $100,000? Obviously, I'm not saying this is going to happen next month or whatever, but it is certainly in the future, and I believe Bitcoin can go higher, guys, because when you see the fiat currencies, you know, going down and the economic problems we're having now, and it just keeps getting worse year after year. You know, crypto is that uncorrelated safe haven right now, and yes, it's volatile because it's a young market, but it's not obviously affected by these you know, economic downturn. It actually benefits from economic downturn. So we'd love to hear what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, check out my Patreon group, and I'll talk to you guys later.